So good day everyone, this is our report, Chapter 8, Negotiation Approaches. So what is negotiation approaches? Negotiation approaches is a systematic process of starting work on a task of negotiating and dealing with hostage takers, wherein the primary considerations are the arrangement of terms and conditions. So pag sinabi natin negotiation approaches, ito lang po yung pag step-by-step na procedures na pina-follow natin mga law enforcement officers sa pag-deal sa mga hostage-taking situations. So why is it necessary? Or what is the necessity of these negotiation approaches? So, one, negotiation actually reduces stress and tensions. And secondly, negotiation takes time, which is the primary ally of the law enforcement officials. Nung importante itong negotiation approaches dahil una-una is nag-alleviate ng stress at tension sa ating na suspect, at pag walang stress and tension, mas makakausap ng mga law enforcement officers ng mga suspect or mga hostage takers, at most likely ma-resolve or makakaroon ng resolution sa crisis. At hindi lang yun, negotiation also takes time, which means that nung primary ally kasi ng mga ating law enforcement officers is ang oras. So the more the time passes by, the more din na yung tension is humuhupa. So the next is principles of negotiation approaches. So there are at least four pala of these principles of negotiation approaches. So to summarize, the principles of negotiation process or approaches is one is that the hostages have no value to the hostage takers. So yung mga hostages ay wala daw value, hindi mahalaga sa mga hostage takers. Ang mga victims lang daw is para lang daw makuha ng mga hostages kung ano yung kanilang dinidemand o kanilang gusto. At secondly, para daw maging successful yung pag-negotiate, dapat daw is naiintindihan din ng mga law enforcement officers yung situation ng mga hostage takers. Or other words, like they must put their own foot to the shoes of the hostage takers. Thirdly, is to preventing violence daw is in a hostage situation is the interest of hostage taker. So, mas pabor daw sa mga hostage taker kung wala daw violence na magaganap. At fourthly naman is yung priority is dito sa isang hostage situation is ma-preserve yung life. At pag sinabi natin preservation of life is hindi lang ito sa napipertain sa mga victim, but also sa hostage taker din, at ma-apprehend ng mga hostage takers. So guidelines in negotiation approaches. So yung mga guidelines are the following. Number one is to assess the situation. So when we say assess the situation, dapat sa law enforcement officer dapat alamin niyo muna yung situation ng hostage taking. Secondly is to listen and observe. So, itong listen and observe means that dapat as a law enforcement officer or kayo yung naka-duty during that hostage taking, dapat marunong kayo na mag-observe or intindihin yung mismo mga hostage takers kung bakit nila ginagawa yung bagay na yun. Number 3 naman is take immediate corrective actions. So, pag sinabi natin take immediate corrective actions, as soon as the hostage taking is already resolved, dapat yung mga hostage takers natin or mga adversaries ay dapat ma-separate sila from one another. At di lang daw yung negotiator din dapat daw is i-remove nila yung offender, at kung kinakailangan nila ng medical assistance or medical help, they must also provide it. Di lang sa victims but also sa mga hostage takers. Number 4 is to employ crisis diffusion techniques. So itong employment ng crisis diffusion techniques have at least around 5 of them. At most of this is that in summary is that ng pag-employ daw ng crisis diffusion techniques is mostly on non-verbal communication. Bakit non-verbal communication? Dahil sometimes there are things or mga bagay na hindi man na-communicate through words or through verbally, pero like nako-communicate through non-verbal. For example, yung pag-cross ng arms ng isang negotiator, hindi po yun maganda dahil parang para sa hostage taker, para sa kanila is parang hindi open yung mga negotiator sa kanila. At hindi lang yun, dapat daw din dito is dapat after the hostage taking, dapat at least mag-attempt din daw ng mga negotiators at mga law enforcement officers na i-compromise or at least makipag-deal sa mga hostage takers. And finally, number 5 is to follow up. So, pagkatapos ng hostage taking situation, it is very important na magkaroon ng follow up. Dahil hindi porket na na-resolve na yung problem or no isang crisis situation, di ibig sabihin nun is solve na talaga yung problem. Dahil and most likely na postpone lang yung problem. So, it's really necessary na magkaroon ng follow up. At he or she should make follow up reports. At ito yung nakataas na sa mga ating law enforcement officers at sa negotiators natin. At hindi lang yun, dapat isa ilalim din daw sa psychology, family counseling, other spiritual guidance ng mga hostage takers at yung mga, especially na din yung victims after the crisis situation. That's all my report, and the next reporter will discuss the rest of our report. Thank you.
Applicability of negotiation approach. The varied types of negotiations approach which are then applicable to the numerous types of hostage taker individually or collectively as follows. The number one high, the paranoid schizophrenic approach. Di karaharo ang mga paraan sa manegosyon para sa isang paranoid schizophrenic ay ang mga sumusunod. Yung mga tao nga pwede kay karaniwang may mataas nga antas at katalinuhan, kaya kailangan nato nga magdahan ag pagsubok di mag-ingat ng negosasyon sa pagsubok na dayain o magsinungaling sa kanila. Ang mga pinakamahusay na paraan ay tanggapin ang kanilang mga paniniwala bilang totoo para sa kanila at huwag subukang makipagtalo kung bisihin sila na ang kanilang paniniwala ay mali. Yung mga tao, di mo dapat nga patistingan mga mga paniniwala nga dapat ay sundan mo nga maging maingat ka sa pag-negotiate kanda. Number 2, the manic depressive approach. Dahil mga paraan sa pakipagnegosyon para sa isang manic depressive ay ang mga sumusunod. Kapag nakikipagnegosyon sa isang manic depressive, dapat ipakita ang pag-unawa at suporta dapat patuloy ipaalam sa kanila ng na dapat ipasayad mo sanda nga mahalaga sanda ag hindi agwa ginamaliit ag minamaliit ang mga sitwasyon sa pagsabing masama ang kanilang ginagawa. Do ginang-obrahong karay dahang putulin ang mga mahalagang pahayag, maging alerto sa mga biglaang pangyayari dahil maaaring ito ay magpapakita ng nagpasya ng hostage na patayin ang mga bihag. Ang unti-unting pag-unlad sa loob ng ilang oras na negosasyon ay mas mabuting mga indikasyon ay okay lang itanong kung naisip na ng suspect na pagkamatay at pagtagumpay ng pagbuo ng relasyon sa maaaring magsagawa ng mga direktang aksyon. 3. The unique personality. Mga komisyon ng pamaraan ng negosasyon. Unique. The indicate personality approach. The negotiation approach to indicate personality are as follows. Do not bring parents, friends, and significant others to the physical objective. Time may invoke stronger feelings or failure embracement and may cause him or her to prove that he or she can do something important. When negotiating a person with the indicate personality, understanding and critical acceptance should be provided and help him or her and find way to end the incident by allowing him or her to save face. Number 4, the anti-social personality approach. The negotiation approach to anti-social personality are follow. The important to remember that the she is centered and will attempt to make them easier to himself or herself. Be careful about making tricks. He or she is usually streetwise and police-wise and expects to be tricked. She frequents ego stimulation and often he or she familiar with the judicial system. So do not make promises that cannot be delivered. Moreover, there is a need to avoid discussing jail sentence or assistance or avoiding any appearance of indecision or ambivalence as redouble his her efforts in the face of perceived weakness. Number 5, the common criminal approach. The negotiation approach to common criminals. He is a type of person who does not plan very well. The criminal is often a self-indulgent and first relation with the hostage will be uncomfortable because he is worried about what they might and do, to manage them. But moreover, here is also need to determine whether he or she is a mentally disturbed person or not. Combination of negotiation approach. It's important to acknowledge that the practice most negotiate utilize combination of negotiations approach as follow. The structural approach. Sa pamaraan sa tulayan, tinuturing na ang mga resulta ng negosasyon sa bunga ng mga katangian o structural na aspeto ng bawat partikular na negosasyon. Kasama sa mga katangiang ito ang bilang ng mga partido at mga isyong pinag-uusapan at ang komposisyon o relatibong kapangyarihan ng mga makakalabang partido. Number 2, strategic approach. Sa pamamaraang strategiyo, ang pamamaraang stratehiko ay isang modelo ng rasyonal na pagpili. Tinitingnan ang negosyador bilang ang alternatibong magawa ng desisyon na pinapatunayan ng rasyonal ng mga desisyon para pagpili ng opsyon ng mga at magpapalaki sa kanilang pakinabang. Ang mga aktor ay pumipili mula sa isang set ng pagpipilian upang makamit ang mga nais na resulta batay sa kanilang kalkusyon ng mga posibleng hakbang. Number 3. Behavioral approach. Ang pamamaraan ng pang-asa ay nagbibigay diin sa papel ng mga personalidad ng negosyador ay sa paghubog ng takbo at resulta ng negosasyon. Ipinaliwanag nito ang negosasyon bilang interaksyon ng iba't ibang uri ng negosyador kung saan maaaring ipakita silang matigas o nakatutok sa personal na interes o kaya ay diplomatikong nagbibigay daan para sa kagustuhan ng kanilang sa kabilang partido para mapanatili ang kapayapaan. Number 4. Concession approach. Ang pamamaraang concession ay may kakahawig sa parehong pamamaraang struktural at estratehiko, ngunit may sariling mekanismo na nakatuon sa pagkatuto. Ang pamamaraang ito ay tinitingnan ang negosasyon bilang isang proseso sa pagkatuto kung saan ang mga partido ay tumutugon sa isa't isa sa pamamagitan ng pagkonsesyon o pagbibigay. Elements of negotiation approach. Number 1, people. The first element involves the people. One rule for the principal negotiator is to separate the people from the problem. This means finding a way of solving a problem without getting distracted by personal elements and incoming agreement in a manner that will preserve relationship. Saving face can be key to negotiation that has reached the statement where negotiation has not yet started. Para sa prinsipyadong negosyador ay paniniwalaan ng tao sa problema ng umulugang. Number 2. Alternatives. In order to set realistic goals, negotiator must be start by considering certain fundamental question that is where each side will be if no agreement is reached. Number 3. Option. One parties have begun to build the relationship and exchange information in order to gain a clearer understanding of the interests at stake. Both parties should turn to the task of generating option. In negotiation, options are possible to solution to a problem.
Good afternoon, ma'am. The akong report ay continuation in Chapter 8. Models of negotiation approach. Number 1. Principal negotiation. It's one of the earliest model of negotiation which was proposed by Roger Fisher, 1922-2012, and William Urey, 1953-2019. Principal negotiation focuses what is referred to as interest-based approach to conflict resolution. The models advocates 4 fundamental principles of negotiation as follows. Letter A. Separate the person from the problem. Letter B. Focus on mutual interest instead of individual position. Letter C. Generate options for mutual gain. And letter D. Insist on using objective criteria to judge the effectiveness of the agreement. The initial principle works on the basis that people tend to become personally involved with the problem, therefore will often interpret outsiders' responses as personal attacks. Principles Negotiation. Ito ay isang pinakamaunang modelo na negosasyon na inumungkahi ni Roger Fisher at ni William Ury. Ang prinsipyong negotiation ay nakatuon kung tinutukoy bilang isang batay na interest o pagdiskarte para matasdo isang problem. Letter A. Ihiwalay ang tao sa problema. Letter B. Tumuon sa kapwa interest sa halip na ang mga individual nasa posisyon. Letter C. Bumuon ang opsyon para sa kapwa at may pakinabang. Letter D. Ipilit ang paggamit ng layunin at pamantayan upang hatulan ng bisa ang mga kasunduan. Number 2. The Getting Past Now Model of Negotiation, built upon previous work within the conflict resolution arena by developing a 5-step model. People engage in difficult negotiation and applied this varieties of settings, including the hostage negotiation. The first step entails do not react, go to balcony. It described in this model shift negotiator as participant in the process to an observer in the negotiation process. The negotiator acting third party, standing balcony, watching actors perform play on stage rather than being play themselves. The negotiating needs avoid any form of anger, confrontation, and emotion, and this can achieve by shifting dynamics on the negotiator from participant to observer. Models of negotiation. Ito na yung ang nakaraang gawain sa loob ng arena o pagresolba sa pamamagitan ng pagbuo ng limang nagkuhagi ng pagpahirap sa negosasyon. Kailangan iwasan ng negotiator ang anumang anyo ng galit at paghihirap at damdamin. At ito ay maaaring makamit sa pamamagitan ng paglipat ng negosyador mula sa kalahok patungo sa tagamasid. Ang second step ay tumutukoy sa pangangailangan para sa negosyador at ipinta ang hostage taker sa liwanag ng mga kakampi. Pangatlo, baguhin ang laro at tumutukoy sa konsepto ng frame at mga hinihingi ng paksa upang maiwasan ang pagtanggi at humihingi ng hostage taker sa walawang resulta at paglaban. Pang-apat, ito ay mahalagang niugnay sa pagtatangka at ng negosyador na gawing madali ang paksa na magsabi ng. Number 7. Structure Statistical Engagement Process Model. These models provide a framework for both understanding and influencing a barricade subject behavior in order to reach peaceful resolution by utilizing principles from transverse theoretical stage of model. It is proposed that line with any form of behavior a crisis situation has go through 4 stages in order to reach successful resolution. Number 3. The crisis bargaining model. This model focuses on the type of bargaining that parties involved in the negotiation utilize and identify the distinguish between crisis that is distributive or normative and integrative or bargaining. These models incorporate the notion of both relationship, expressive and substantive or maternal issues being addressed with differing levels of preference at different stages throughout the negotiation process. The model works on the basis that initial stage negotiation tend to focus on relational issues such as power, rules, trust, and status between police or law enforcement agencies and hostage taker. Once these issues become resolved, more attention placed to substance issues to resolve the problem. Ang modeling ito ay uri ng bargaining na ginagamit ng partidong kasangkot sa negosyasyon at tinutukoy sa pagkilala sa pagitan ng krisis. Descriptive, normative, integrative, o bargaining. Isinama sa modelong ito ang ideya sa parehong pagpahayag ng substantive o material na issues at tinutugunan ng magkakaibang antas sa kagustuhan ng iba't ibang yugto ng buong proseso ng negosasyon. Ang modelong ito ay negosasyon ng hostage sa pamamagitan ng pagsikap na ilayo ang hostage taker mula sa krisis patungo sa normative beginning upang malutas ang sitwasyon ng krisis. Number 4. The SAFE model of crisis negotiation. The SAFE model forms a key part of negotiator toolbox today. The model was devised on the basis of the combination of behavioral science and insights of operational active crisis negotiator. The model creates specific framework for de-escalating and resolving crisis situations by incorporating a variety of effective strategies within a communication plan to influence the behavior of object in a positive manner. The SAFE framework refers to as 4 case triggers for the escalating crisis situation. The 4 triggers described as A. Substantive demands, letter B. Attunement, letter C. Phase, and letter D. Emotion, with functioning as prevenient frame. Ang SAFE model ay nagsagawa ng paraan para sa pagpaba at paglutas ng sitwasyon ng krisis sa magitan ng pagsama sa iba't ibang epektabong estratehiya sa loob ng isang komunikasyon upang mailunsya ng pag-uwali sa paksa sa posibong paraan. Ang 4 na trigger ay naglarawan ng letter A, substantive demands, letter B, attunement, letter C, phase, and letter D, emotion.